following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling, prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Accept others the way they are. You cannot change other people. To try to change them to fit what you want them to be is like trying to change a dog into a cat into a horse. They are what they are, and you are what you are. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 147. NASDAQ up 68. S&P's up 19. Gold contract up $5, trading at $12.19 an ounce. Silver up 14 cents, $15.83 an ounce. Platinum up 20 bucks, $9.16 an ounce. Copper up a penny at $2.68 a pound. Light sweet crude up 47 cents, trading $45.70 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 12 ticks, 125.17. 30-year bond up 25 ticks, 152.27. King dollar up 108 ticks, 95.530. The euro's trading at 95 to the euro's trading at 114 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 113 and a quarter to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, you got the SPY up $1.96. You're trading at 244.15. Bottom line, the high is going to be game once again. The high in the SPY is 245.01. You got enough price spread. You don't have the volume, but there's enough price spread out here today, no doubt, to get up and hit it the next couple of days. If we hold in here coming into the close, looks like we're going to hold. Bottom line, that baby's going to get tested. That's the high of the 9th of June. We get over and we take a look at the Dow Industrials. The Dow Industrials got to a high out here today of 21,580. That was is the intraday high period. Right now, we're at 21,556. Well, what's going to get intriguing here is that it's the 562 number to keep your eye on. That was the third. The third, you got up to that 21,562. Then it closed down at 21,479. You're testing that area right now, and we'll see whether it can stick. The composite, NASDAQ composite right now is trading up $69. You are at $62.63. Now, the composite has a lot more work to do. You're over the downdraft that had been out there on the 27th. The high of that is $62.34. You're into the downdraft, the initial downdraft off its high, which is on the 9th. The composite itself would have to get up to 63.03 first. And the composite is not as strong as the S&P right now. NDX 100 is the same type of setup. The NDX is up, the Qs are up $1.72. You've volume of 23 million out here, and you're coming into some 65 million as well as 109. When we do take a look at the futures, we take a look at the NQs NQs out here, they've been just slowly but surely going up all day. Bottom line, you get 50 minutes left in the marketplace, and it looks to me like more than likely they're going to stay up at these levels. You get a high volume, you get a low volume spike. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract out here. Gold contract trading 12.19. You have 249,000 contracts. So you get the contract volume going. You get the price spread going. You stayed inside the 217.80 mark, which is one of the benchmarks that I was looking for to stay inside of. That's at the 130 close, and I expect what you're going to still see is that you're going to basically be inside that at our 4 o'clock close. So what I do want to see is I want to see another sign of strength in gold. You got the sign of strength out here today. If we go take a look at the XAU, the HUI, they broke the downtrend. Now, the XAU is up 30 cents. What this did do is that you had the strength. Let's put this up here. What we did is that we had the strength come in on Monday. You had rejected low. You went higher. Yesterday, kind of sideways. Today, you broke the downtrend that has been in place in the XAU since June 6th. That number is 87.39. So we're at 80.70 now. That'll start making its way up to the top of that range. Gold Bugs Index, same type of setup inside the Gold Bugs Index. Gold Bugs Index, well, let's see. Actually, the Gold Bugs Index hasn't broken its downtrend yet. Nope. Gold Bugs Index is going to lead a little bit more. Let me put this back again. Okay, so Gold Bugs Index up $1.73. You're inside the range, but the setup is a little bit different. Well, I almost had it. You just barely have broken it. You want another day out here. That's the bottom line inside the Gold Bugs Index. It's broken, meaning the downtrend is broken. But what I like to see is I like to see that thing broken with conviction. So what's happened is that, yeah, you broke it. Just barely, though. I want to see this. The XAU is way over it, meaning the break. The XAUI is just over it. Bonds, notes, bottom line, interest rates are still going lower. They had price spread out here today. They had volume. They had it all. The 10-year is up 12 ticks. The yield on the 10-year is at 2.3. 30-year, we take a look at the 30-year out here. 30-year went up 26 ticks. Into the downdraft of last Friday, 30-year, both the 30-year and the 10-year saying that, guess what? We're going to try to make a run for the highs once again. King Dollar. What do you have with King Dollar? King Dollar, folks, was up a couple hundred ticks this morning. Just can't handle it. Up 98 ticks. At the lower end of its range, the low that it's going after is 95,225. Today we hit 95,275. So bottom line, you're building that cause, and it's building that cause to blow out that low. And we'll see when the low gets blown out. But bottom line, looks like it wants to run up to the price point of 92 to 91. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now up 143. Nasdaq's up 71. S&Ps are up 18.5. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Will interest rates continue to rise? For bold trades on U.S. Treasuries, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade TMF or TMV. Directions daily, 20-plus year, bull and bear, 3 times ETFs. Direction leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We go inside the Dow Industrials. We look at the strength versus the weakness. Strength out here inside the Dow. You have DuPont putting 14 positive points, Home Depot 14, 3M 13, Big Mac 11. There's only 2 equities inside the Dow that actually are in the negative. JP Morgan is putting 1.5 negative points in, and Travel is putting 0.3% of 1 point. So bottom line is that you got them all inside the positive out here. Let's see, would that be right? Hold on. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Inside the NDX 100, strength versus the weakness, this is what we have. Strength out here. Activision is up 4.5%, or 261. You get NVIDIA up 4.2%, $6.70. You get American Airlines up 3.7%, or $1.92. Taken away from it, this was really a wild market out here today in Fastenal. Fastenal, folks, had opened at $46.38, went to $46.60, and then went straight down to $41. Right now, that's the leader in the way down. It's down 2%. BioMarlin's down 2%, or $1.87. You get QVC down 0.3%. Bottom line is that you don't have many stocks that are in the negative inside the NDX 100 today. We take a look at the small caps, IWM. Yep, you get a failure in the IWM. So IWM, what the IWM is doing out here, going after the swing point of the 26th of April. That high's $141.81. Your volume characteristic is 41 million. You got up to 42.22 and gave it up. So bottom line, small caps are saying they're going back downtown. Pretty wild, actually. We go take a look at Great Panther Silver. There's a question on Great Panther. We take a look at Great Panther. So Great Panther's trading at $1.21. It got to the top of the range out here. I mean, it got to 127, gave it up. Now it's going to end up probably testing the. Yeah, this can test 115 again. That's how that shakes out, man. That's how it's looking. Let me see this intraday. So it just come down here now. Yeah, you get one sell at 14.50 and another just now. Yeah, that can test 14. That can test 115 once again. We take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this market. This is going to be a low volume market once again. Advanced Micro, so this is pretty intense. That's the third day in a row that Advanced Micro, folks, is the leader with volume. AMD, 69 million. Let me just put this back up again. Okay. So you get Bank of America down 16 cents. General Electric's up 30. NVIDIA's the leader out there. That's up 6.90. You get Facebook up 3.78. PayPal's up $2. You get Snap down 25 cents. That's traded at $15.23. If we go over to Apple for a second, not Apple, Facebook. I think this is a breakout on Facebook. Okay, so yeah, you get Facebook. Yeah, this is a breakout, man. This is probably an ABC up. This is going to be a trip watching this thing shake out. So, on a weekly 91 million, today's Wednesday. It's going to be high. It's not going to be, it doesn't look like right yet it's going to be an ABC up. Has the price movement going with it, but it's not going to overtake these babies with volume. But bottom line, big move on Facebook, no doubt. Some of the Dow stocks out here, you get Big Blue up 53 cents. Actually, let's go over to the financials because so Friday banks are going to be coming out with numbers. J.P. Morgan, Bank of America. The XLF thus far, folks, hasn't been able to get any traction, which is really surprising. Flat market out here today. If we go to J.P. Morgan, they are going to kick off earnings Friday morning at 7 o'clock. J.P. Morgan also flat out here today, $92.66. It's been trying to get up into the swing from 93.98, and thus far, it doesn't have the buyers to basically take that out. So weekly, you get 81 million, and not even close, actually. So that's going to be intriguing. Bank of America, I believe that's Friday also. No, it's not. That's going to be Monday. Citigroup. Okay, Citigroup's Friday. Citigroup's trading $67. And $67.75. So if Citigroup stays down at the $67.75, it looks to me like these Citigroup wants to go to lower price. Goldman's been having a hard time getting over its consolidation. The top of the consolidation in Goldman is 229.36. We made it last week up to 230, gave it up. Yesterday, made it to 227, gave it up. Today, we've done 229. Right now, it's 227.53. Yeah, if we do go over and take a look at, let's go take a look at and see where Bitcoin is trading. So Bitcoin's trading 2401. And bottom line, it's been in this consolidation for a bit. You've been in this consolidation right now since May 24th. It had a heck of a run. It went from $900 March 27th straight up to 2,700 on the 25th of May. And since then, you've had some high volatility, man. You need, if you own Bitcoin, and if you bought it a lot lower, you don't need a heavy stomach, cast iron stomach. But if you've been buying it lately, you need a cast iron stomach. This thing has moved some days. Oh, look at this. On the 15th of June, it moved $500. You had opened at 25.52. You went down to 2,076, and then you end up closing at 23.61. So there's been some heavy movement in that baby. Amazon had their Prime Day yesterday, largest sale they ever had. Big numbers, man. It's like pretty sick, actually. There it is. Amazon's Prime Day generates estimated $1 billion with the B in sale. Amazon said its third annual Prime Day event was the biggest day ever for the e-commerce giant. The 30-hour sale featuring discounts on broad assortment of goods generated about $1 billion in revenue. If we go take a look at Amazon, let's just look at this per quarter. This is pretty amazing. So per quarter, that's going to be big. So per quarter, they're taking in right now $35 billion in 90 days. Well, that just made up 3 days. $1 billion in 1 day, right? Bottom line, pretty intense. Their sales structure, let's see. So $79 billion is in North America, $44 billion is internationally, and then $12 billion is in AWS, which is the web cloud sales. Stay right there, folks. Coming right back. Dow Industrials right now up $1.40. NASDAQ is up 68. S&Ps are up 18.5. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And if we go over and we take a look at, so what you had happen out here this morning is that you had the bank, the central bank up in Canada, raise short-term rates to 0.75. What that did ASAP is that you talk about strengthen the Canadian dollar. It's pretty intense how the Canadian dollar traded out here. We went from 129 Canadian dollar to $1 US to 127. Last 3 months, we've gone from a price point of 137 to 127. So that little baby's getting a lot stronger. Bottom line is that this is second central bank. I mean, our central bank went up. Now they're going up. That's making that Canadian dollar stronger. We go over and we take a look at the peso in Mexico. You'll see something that's pretty amazing, actually, for a currency that got hit when the election November 9th took place, and then they not only brought it all back. So the night of the election, the peso went from 18 pesos to $1 US. It went up to 21. It weakened, right? It got all the way up to January until 22 pesos to $1 US. You know where it is now, folks? $17 to $1 US. It's stronger than it was election night, and guess what? It's going to get a lot stronger. Now, I was watching this for a long period of time, but one of the things I suspect that is going to basically keep it stronger is that when we talk about oil, Mexico today, last night, bottom line, this, you talk about a find. So a 1 billion barrel crude discovery last night in Mexico. It's not just last night, but now it's verified. Bottom line, this is the first time in 80 years that they have a state-owned company, but then they let in 2 years ago anyone who wanted to get in. Bottom line, big oil companies, right? They had an auction for testing offshore how much oil is. The auction wasn't a big deal. Not a lot of people went after the auction. Well, now they're it's not that they're sorry because they're gonna have another auction, but they're gonna pay up for it this time. So anyway, what they had on Wednesday, Premier Oil, Sierra Oil, and Talos Energy combination announced the first Mexican find by exploration companies other than the state-owned Pemex. The reserve, folks, is 1.4 billion to 2 billion barrels. And this is the light sweet crude. That's what they, let's see. It's offshore, I think it's only 30 miles. Let me find this. Yeah, the first auction they had, there it is, okay. So the shallow field holding, the $1 billion find is 30 miles, 37 miles offshore, and it's in 166 feet of water. Bottom line, that's some big numbers, folks. And I suspect there's going to be more of it down there, too. There's just oil everywhere, man. That's the bottom line. If we go over, let's go take a look at that oil market right now, CLU. So oil numbers came out this morning and last night. The drawdown was a large drawdown, bigger than they expected. The drawdown was 7 million barrels. They expected only a drawdown of 2 million barrels. That being said, this oil is not cooperating. You had it up 45 cents. Your swing point up here is 47.52. It's like it should have been able to make it to 47.52. That's my take on it. You're at 45.68. This is actually a failure on price and volume from yesterday. So it's saying that, yeah, we had a drawdown, but guess what? This oil wants to go lower. We go take a look at ExxonMobil, XOM. That's up today, 36 cents. Light volume, that's still building cause to go down. Chevron, same deal. Chevron couldn't even hold price today. Chevron went to $104.75. You're at $103.75 right now. And that's with good numbers. The deviant thing about the oil market right now is that oil should have been able to go topside today in a big way. When you're talking about a drawdown that the market was expecting only 2 million and you got a 7 million drawdown, it's like, okay, that's a case that you should be able to get to higher price. Home Depot, let's go take a look at Home Depot. Home Depot out here today up $1.97. You get 3.2 million shares. This is still in a consolidation. Yeah, that's a consolidation at highs. Home Depot is going to be coming out with numbers August 15th. So starting this Friday, folks, we'll have a few numbers after the close today. But bottom line, this Friday, that's when it's going to get hot and heavy. That's when the banks come out. Friday morning, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the morning. And then next week, one after the other, we're going to see quite a few earnings numbers come out. We're going to take a look at Walmart. Walmart out here can't catch a bid. You know, bottom line, Walmart looks, you know, you come off that high of $80. Right now you're at 73. You're down there with volume, just can't catch a bid. Walmart, yeah, it's inside the lower range. Yeah, it's inside its lower range also. So, you know, Walmart's game down to $70. You break 70 and 62 is game. So the Walmart-Amazon competitive battle is going to be out here with us for quite a while. There's no two ways about that. Let's go take a look at the platinum market, PP. I'll do the PPLT. Let's do it that way. Platinum finally got a bid out here. So that's the PPLT, which is the ETF for the physical platinum market. That gapped higher today. That's up $1.54. You're back in the higher range. You get juice behind the move. That's saying it wants higher price. And that also broke the downtrend since June 6th. It seems that you have many of the metal stocks that have broke the downtrend since June 6th. So I suspect what we're going to see here is that next few days, you're going to see the volatility jump up. And more than likely what we're going to see, I think what this is all about, is that dollar index is going to break down. You know, it's been a slow move since January 3rd. You know, if we take a look at the dollar, what you're going to see is that your dollar topped out the week of January 3rd, 103. We're at 95. The lower end of this range is 91,880. It wants to get there. The real question is going to be, how fast does it get there? And will it hold when it gets there? Because if we don't hold the 91, 92 area, you're going to be at 88. Now, that would be quite a move. And the way that let's go over to the euro for a second, because the way the other currencies are moving against the dollar, they're moving pretty good. You know, we just brought up the peso, we brought up the Canadian dollar. They're both moving against the dollar, meaning getting much stronger against the dollar. Euro, it broke topside yesterday, but gave it up today. So euro still needs higher price. You stay right there, folks. We come right back. Dow Industrials right now up $1.34. Nasdaq up 70. S&P's up 17.5. We're going to be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
When we take a look at this market in general, it hasn't been volatile. Now, we'll see whether it's going to pick up. But in the bond market, folks, there's someone that's putting their money behind the theory that it is going to pick up. So check this out. Volatility in the bond market is about to stage a comeback. At least that's what one trader is betting on, judging by the option market activity, signaling a conviction that treasuries will either win big or fall hard in the next 2 weeks. So this is a $10 million bet, folks, in treasuries that you're going to have volatility come in the market. The success of the wager, which involves an unusually large amount of money for an option strategy of this kind, isn't tied to the direction of yields. Rather, it depends on the return of the turbulence that hasn't been seen in months. On Tuesday, someone ponied up $10 million to buy out-of-the-money put and call options simultaneously on the 10-year Treasury futures in what's known as a strangle. A strangle, that's the term, folks, of the option term of this trade. The position caught the market's attention because it involved block sizes of 63,500, according to the CME. A strangle of that magnitude is rare and possibly unprecedented, said traders familiar with the matter. And now the kicker here, this is the kicker, this expires July 21st. So we'll see where this does shake out. Let's go to Steve in Houston. Hey, Steve, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Thank you for taking my call. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding, man.
Yeah, I wanted to check out your thoughts on gold and specifically Nova Gold, but my feeling was that when we hit 1,300 on gold, the gold stocks just were not following it. Now we kind of see the reverse of that, to where we've seen the metal itself go lower, but the mining stocks kind of hold up and do much better. So, to me, that's more of a bullish type of.
That's positive.
setup.
Yes, I'd agree. Yeah.
Okay.
What happens is that the equities don't lead the metal all the time, but when they do lead the metal, it's usually pretty good. That's how that shakes out. And the equities themselves, they looked over the cliff basically last week and they didn't dive,
Right.
because they were at the bottom of their consolidation. If they dove over the cliff, it would have been big trouble, but they didn't. They tested it, they rejected it. Then we did get a couple signs of strength. So that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, and on Nova Gold, what do you think on it? From a chart standpoint.
Let's take a look. You get Nova Gold. Nova Gold does business up in Alaska. They're still an exploration stock. The low's 378. The high is 728. Nice setup. This is actually stronger than a lot of the others out here. Okay, so let me bring this back. Yeah, it's a decent setup, man. It never broke under its 379. Interesting. Okay. So, yeah, it hit 378, but that was 6 weeks ago. Yeah, I mean, this is building cause now to trying to get into this 474 to 592 area. That's how it's shaking out.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I've looked at it, and whether it gets through that or not, who knows? But if gold does get up to say the upper 1300s or so, that might have a nice move in it then.
Oh yeah. Oh, listen, if this equity can get any juice going to $7, you're going to see it at 15. You're going to see it that swing high from 010. That's how it looks. Now, have you owned this a long time?
Off and on.
Okay.
I've traded in and out of it because it's been one of those type of stocks that you do that.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. The intriguing thing about Nova, folks, and if you remember, I knew the CEO really well, and they advertised for quite a while. And it's like, man, the real key with Nova is that are they ever going to get the gold out of the ground? They bought their equipment. So pitch this. We're 2017, 2004. Yeah, they bought a huge amount of equipment, which I'm sure I know the tires wouldn't be good anymore, to try to get it up into where they were mining, to get that gold out. But bottom line is that we'll find out whether they can get it out or not.
They've got a lot of the people from Barrick in there now because Barrick owns half of their gold deposit up there in Donlin.
Yeah, well that's where Greg had come out of too. The guys that
exactly
the guys that actually started Nova came from Barrick. Yeah, that it was at one point Barrick was just pushing off assets, so cooking, man.
Thank you.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. And inside of that too, what you have is intriguing. So this is one of the Paulson owns 6.8% of it, and it's Electrum Strategic Resources. This guy here is the guy that bailed them out. Watch, I'll show you something with this one because this guy made so much money. He did this with a bunch of, he did it with Nova, but he also did it with a couple other metal stocks. And yeah, in 08, this went down to 33 cents. 33 cents. He came in with big money to make sure that they didn't go belly up. He did this with a couple other gold stocks too. He made a fortune. The guy, he really knows what he's doing too. He evidently knows what he's doing. He already had, I don't know if he's had billions or actually just hundreds of millions, but when everyone was scrambling in 07 with no cash, bottom line, he came in and you can see even at $4 if he's in there. I think he's actually in there less than 33 cents because it traded down to 33 cents, and I think for the cash infusion, just like a Warren Buffett deal, good, I want 20% lower than what's trading at. You're going to pay me the bond price. You're going to get me a few more goodies in there, and I'll bail you out. So bottom line, it's there. If we stay with that gold, let's go over to the silver market for a second. SIN7. So we take a look at silver. Silver's up 15 cents. Now, we want to see silver get back inside $16.06. That's where it broke down from on the 3rd. Silver went from $16.50 to $16. Yeah, we want to see that get back inside there. We go look at Pan American silver. Okay, so it's not bad. I'd like to see more strength. First Majestic did the same thing. So it's interesting. The silver equities. Let me see if the gold equities did that. 1 second. RGLD. So the silver equities here. Yeah, they're all doing it. So let me see. Franklin, Nevada. What they've done is this, folks, is that Franklin, Nevada did too. They all caught a bid, but they've given it up on price. So bottom line is that you can expect a little bit more volatility out of those tomorrow. If we take a look at the GDX got to a price point today of 2206. You're at 2183. The GDX actually looks pretty good though. So there's a couple individual equities that don't look as good as the GDX. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. And don't forget, folks, what we do have is that coming up at 5 o'clock, our man, Mr. John Logan, is going to be doing a great webinar for you. Check it out on the front page of TFNN.com. We're going to be right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And as you come over to TFNN, what you're going to see, folks, right on the front page, TAS Market Profile Scanner. You can test drive the scanner right now, 30 days, absolutely free. Tonight at 5 o'clock, in fact, John's going to be coming on at 4:20, but at 5 o'clock tonight, 5 to 6, John's going to be doing a workshop for all the subscribers. You can be a subscriber, free. Check it out on the front page of TFNN. It's a very powerful piece of software, folks, very easy to use. He's done a phenomenal job on it. And we're talking about, it scans all the markets for you simultaneously. It's going to tell you what the strongest stocks are, what the weakest stocks are. The webinar will be great because what you're going to get to understand is the philosophy behind what you're looking at. And that's always important. So, yes, it's a great piece of software, but it's always much better when you understand what exactly, how exactly is he showing what the profiles stronger versus weaker are. So when you're basically putting your own money up on it, you understand exactly what you are doing. Takes a huge amount of work and time out of the marketplace. Volume out here today, this is what you have happening. On the NYSE, we're going to be at about 800 million. Right now, you're at 600 million. on the NASDAQ composite, we are going to be at about 1.8 billion. It looks like let's go look at the Russell for a second. It looks like the Russell's the only indice out here today that looks like it hasn't been able to hold price. Russell tested its high of the 26th of April. So the Russell has 4 highs, all really around the same type of place, 1425 to 1429. We got the 1431 today. You're at 1424. We go take a look at the IWM for the correlation inside the ETF structure, and what you see inside the ETF is 141.80 was the high. You get 142.95, 45 rather. We went to 142.22. You're at 141.38. Volume's only 17 million going into 41 million. So they just can't get buyers up in the small caps at these higher levels. Percentage-wise, this is what you have out here. You have the NASDAQ right now up 1.1%. S&P's up 0.7%. Dow's up 0.5%. We go take a look at the oil. Oil basically is holding up there, but what you do have inside the oil market for bullish. So we had a huge bullish report in oil. The drawdown, the expectation was 2 million barrels. They drew down 7 million, but yet the oil contract bottom line could only go up 33 cents. And in fact, if we take a look at this, intraday, what you're going to see is that there was plenty of sellers inside the oil market. In fact, it's closer to the lows of the day than the highs of the day. The lows of the day right now were 45.28. You're at 45.58. And that's saying quite a bit, meaning that you have a drawdown that's larger than expected, but yet, and the oil market is at the lower end of its consolidation. So bottom line, I think we should have had more upside potential. That on top of the dollar. So we have with the dollar just continues it just can't catch a bid. And if we do go over and look at that dollar looks to me like whether it's going to be Friday on jobs day, this thing wants to blow out this bottom of 95.225. And what you're going to see down here, so we've been down at this bottom now since June 29th. We get onto that bottom, you're going to see there's a lot of buy stops underneath there, because we've been down for 6 months straight. It's like, why can't you get a bounce? It would make sense to get a bounce, but it hasn't happened. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with some numbers. Dow Industrials right now up 127. NASDAQ up 68. S&P's up 17. We'll be right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Marty in Worcester. Hey, Marty, what's going on?
Hi, Mr. O'Brien. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you been, man?
Not bad. You know, you guys, over the time and with a few of your courses and seminars, you taught me how to fish.
That's a beautiful thing, brother.
Yeah, it's true. And so what happens is I still listen all the time, and to not only you, but some of the others.
Sure.
To, get an idea where the fish might be biting. As far as your services, they're a bargain. When you compare them to a certain prominent man with real estate courses at $35,000 and no contact with the lecturers afterwards at all, and you think of what you guys do for a few hundred, and you can get access and ask questions forever, it's a great deal.
No, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's have a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Hard to believe, July 11th, right? July 12th. My God. Summer's half over. Create the perfect relationship between you and your body. Treat your body with all love, honor, gratitude, and respect. When you make it a goal to adore your body and accept yourself completely, you're learning to have a perfect relationship with anyone else you are with. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 123. Nasdaq up 67, S&P's up 16, gold contract up $4.90 at $12.19 an ounce. Silver up 14 cents, $15.88 an ounce. Platinum up $15, $9.17 an ounce. You had copper up a penny, $2.68 a pound. Light sweet crude up 37 cents, $45.60 a barrel. Now, with the crude numbers out, bottom line, folks, the expectation was a 2 million drawdown. They had a 7 million drawdown. Oil's up slightly, but bottom line, it should have been up a lot more. Looks like we're going to have plenty of oil, regardless of the drawdowns that we have. Notes. 10-year note up 12 ticks, 125.18. 30-year bond up 29 ticks, 152.31. Now, both notes and bonds, folks, had rejected lower price last few days, had some price spread out here today, had the volume behind the move. They both want higher price, lower yield. King dollar still can't handle higher price. Up 93 ticks today. It was up 250 earlier. You're right at the lows. You're at 95.515. The low out here, the last low, we've been going down for 6 months, is 95.235. It looks to me like we're going to be taking that out the next few days. The euro is trading at 114 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 113 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? So, we're at 243.94. The high in the SPY is 245.01. That's going to be game, folks. You had light volume today. You had 50 million coming into 132 million. But this gap higher is enough that I suspect that the high wants to be tested. Now, what's going to be intriguing is this. Monday, Friday, normally in the summer, you get light trading days. This Friday, however, it's not going to be light trading day because the banks come out with earnings. They really kick off the earnings season. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. That being said, what do we have? Okay, we have tomorrow that we can get basically some volume going. So it just may be tomorrow that you get the test. Friday, you give it up. Dow Industrials, what we have with the Dow. Dow Industrials got to a price point today of 21,580. You closed at 21,532, and at 532, bottom line, it failed all the highs. Volume-wise, let's see what we have out here. Volume, see if we get a failure on price and volume. Okay, so we are at 7. Yeah, it's going to be a failure on price and volume. You're at 794, and we have to go, let's see, we'll go to the 3rd. That's the half a day, June 20th. Yeah, 812. Yeah, you failed on price and volume in the Dow. Now, that's kind of intriguing because the Dow did get up into new numbers, but guess what? Gave it up. Composite, NASDAQ composite. Composite out here closed at its high, 62.61, and it looks like the composite's going to try to make a run for that 63.03. It's getting slammed right into its downdraft from the ninth, but bottom line, it wants to get up. Excuse me, folks, and test that high, not the high. We did 1.7 billion shares inside the composite. What the composite is looking to test where it broke down the second time from on the 26th of June. NDX 100, you had Facebook go to a new high today, closed at a new high. NDX was up $69. We are at 57.78, and that puts game that can test 58.45. Gold contract caught a bid, has volume behind the move. Bottom line is that we're at 12.1960. As long as we did get back, we did get inside the 12.1780, and that's what we needed to get to higher price. I expect that's also going to start moving up to higher price. XAU, the HUI, you had the XAU up 10 cents, $80.53. Gold Bugs Index up $1.21, trading at 186.09. And the GDX, that was traded up 10 cents, 21.74. The GDX, XAU, and the HUI, they did give it up somewhat on price as we were going through the trading day. Bonds, 10-year note. We take a look at the note. What you have with the note is this. 10-year note up 13.6. You did 1.5 million contracts, so it has it all. It has the price spread, has the volume behind it, and what's pretty amazing is that if you're listening to the first hour, there's a $10 million trade that got put on intraday today, folks, and this is very unusual. In the bond market, there's a strangle that's in the bond market, and that trade expires in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from this Friday. Bottom line, what that trade is looking for is not direction, it's looking for volatility going both ways. So we'll see where that shakes out. But, you know, the bonds just hit the low, rejected the low, going topside, and we'll see what type of volatility that we get in it. They're telling me it's the July 21st. I'm not sure about that. I know that's option expiration. I got to find that article again. I know that's option expiration on a monthly, but he might have the weeklies too. We'll check that out though. We take a look at the 30-year. What we have with the 30-year, 30-year out here, up 28 ticks. 152.30. That did 261,000, so that also had the juice behind it. And in both cases, that says that, hey, guess what? That little baby can go after this highs. And good old King Dollar could actually slip below this 92.275 tonight. You stay right there, folks, and we come right back. Dow Industrials closed up 123, NASDAQ up 67, S&P's up 15.5. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Will interest rates continue to rise? For bold trades on U.S. Treasuries, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade TMF or TMV. Directions daily, 20-plus year, bull and bear, 3 times ETFs. Direction leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. And as you come over to our website at TFNN, folks, you are going to see in the very top of the carousel, Taz Market Profile Scanner, 30-day free trial with our man, Mr. John Logan. He's going to be doing a workshop, folks, in all of 40 minutes right here at TFNN. You want to sign up for it. It's a 30-day free trial. It's an amazing piece of software. In fact, as we're going through the rest of the show, just hit the banner, sign up, and then listen to the 7-minute video. The 7-minute video that's absolutely fabulous. Bottom line, let's go over to our man, Mr. John Logan, right now. John Logan, what's going on?
Hey, Tom.
How you doing?
Big update. Good. Ready for the webinar.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Excited.
We are, too. And all those tigers and tigresses are excited, believe me. So,
well, we've got a really cool part of the scanner we're going to show tonight. You know, the scanner in all its glory and all the things that we've had in there before has just been, you know, a really great tool for me and quite a few folks out there. But this kind of new way to drill down quicker into opportunities,
yes,
and get right to the heart of the matter. I think people are just going to find this one extremely valuable. This part of the scanner,
I think it's phenomenal. I mean, folks, it is phenomenal. You just got to try it. You have nothing to lose. Please try it because it's crazy, actually. You know, you know what it is. It's almost like, and so picture this, John, folks. John and I have been in this business for a long time, right? So what happens is that when you get a piece of software, you know, you can get excited about it, and you know, you can look at the back testing, you can look at all the stuff and say, oh my God, you know, this looks just phenomenal, okay? And so John is walking me through this yesterday, and you know, he said, I know you've seen this before. But you know, no, it's so true though. Do you know what I mean? But I've used it enough that I know how powerful it is. That's the reality. Do you know what I'm saying? And so I love what he did. This has been powerful for a long time, folks. But what happens is that when I'm using it in the morning, you know, you normally you go through it, then you look at your own stocks. But he put this Q score in it, and it makes it so easy. It's crazy, man. So here, let's walk through it. All right.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that we've done to really drill down quickly, we've had these custom sorts, but we limited those even more so to try to make them even higher probability. And what does that mean for everybody out there? That means that you can, you know, really find setups relative to market profile, which, you know, is probably one of the more valid ways of looking at the markets out there that a lot of people actually don't even put on their radar screen, and they should. but this particular scanner quantifies all those opportunities quickly. But what we've done is we basically put in entry, stop, and target relative to those setups that are happening.
Yes.
We've also put in what we call a relative percent change. I'm going to go through this pretty extensively in the webinar and why it's so important. And that relative percent change is looking at a stock relative to what's going on with the index.
Right.
And ultimately, we develop a quality score based on all things considered, so you can, again, in a really easy rote kind of way, find high quality scores and very low quality scores, and then look at those opportunities as even higher probability opportunities than kind of just picking and choosing what's on the board.
Right.
One of the trump cards, though, of the whole piece is, what do I take, the long opportunities or the short opportunities, or do I take both? Well, I think it's great if you're got enough money and you're trying to hedge yourself and all that, is basically be long quite a few stocks and and short quite a few stocks. But one of the things that really helps, the heart of the matter is to being able to block out some of those opportunities from the short or long side by looking at our breadth calculations. And when these particular speed dials on the daily and the weekly are in the same direction, the back testing results that I'm going to show based on just that alone as a market timing tool will tell you basically how to whittle down the opportunities even more so to probably 4 or 5 stocks either being long or short.
Right.
You've almost got a top 10 list, long or short, where you're trading with the broad tide of the marketplace, either long, strong stocks or short, weak stocks. So again, I mean, some of the biggest portfolio managers on the planet run their portfolios in this type of manner. Why wouldn't you do the same thing?
Sure, absolutely. And now, what the difference is, folks, is that you can test drive the scanner 30 days free. Bottom line is that the fund managers that John's talking about are paying millions of dollars in office costs and for help to do the same thing. That's right? I mean, that's
without
reality.
question.
Yeah.
I mean, without question. And, this particular tool is going to kind of put you on a level playing field with the odds in your favor. It's the same that these guys, again, Tom, like you said, pay millions of dollars to try to cobble together some kind of routine, where they're going to be able to move forward and not blow up. So this is the exact same information that a lot of the institutions that I talk to on a regular basis for Bloomberg use, and I think that a lot of folks out there should take a hard look at this.
Seriously.
So
and what happens, folks, is that we're talking about, this can scan the whole world, but specifically inside the U.S., it's going to scan that market. It's going to be, you hit a couple buttons, it's going to line them up for you.
Right.
As John said, the pluses going long, the minuses going short, and
there's a couple of, the market went nuts today. I'm aware of that.
Yes.
But there's, this thing's going to pick out what were the things that were short possibilities and are short possibilities moving forward. I'm looking at Chubb Corp. I'm looking at JWN, Nordstrom.
Yep.
Go figure, that's a short. Bristol Myers. These are things I'm blindly hitting these buttons, and I know the chart is going to look, not that I have to know what the chart looks like, but they're going to look like attractive. Well, at bare minimum,
it hasn't done anything, and the market is up big. I know, exactly.
At bare minimum, there are things you shouldn't be long.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Which is
right.
There's no doubt about that. And then, of course, what ends up happening, folks, is this is where the Q score comes in, is that the relative strength of the stock and the indice. Let's picture the indices going up 1% every day. Well, if the stock has been going up 1.5% every day, guess what? On that pullback, it's going to show up in the scanner that, hey, this is the stock you want to buy, man, because as that market's turning, this is the strongest stock in that indice, and it's right in front of you. Factually, it's in front of you. That's what I love about this. I'm a technical trader anyway, but I love the idea that this is a fact-based deal.
Right. We're putting this into an automation type backtesting environment because I don't really think that there's any reason whatsoever why this whole particular scene that we're talking about should be, trading billions of dollars in an automated fashion. I mean, these are the things that, okay, let's have low volatility in our trading. That's going to provide this to you. It's going to put some heavy odds in your favor. And let's also have our drawdowns hopefully next to nothing. That, again, that's a portfolio manager's dream. So, this is something, there's going to be next evolutions of this. And I just hope people can get on board with it and save themselves some money and make a ton of money.
No doubt. And the way you do that, folks, you come over to our website at TFNN, right in the front page. You can sign up right now. I'm in John Logan. He's going to be out here in all of 30 minutes. We're going to let your voice get a little rest. And we're looking forward to it, John.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, man. See you in a half hour. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? EverBank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. EverBank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, if you do want to sign up for the webinar and test drive the Taz profile, you just come over to our website at TFNN, and you are going to see it right on the very top of the carousel. Taz Market Profile Scan, 30-day plus free trial. Now, if you can't make it live at 5 o'clock, don't worry about it. Bottom line, it's going to be on your page for a full 30 days. So check it out. You'll be glad you did. It's pretty intense, man. There's no two ways about that. Let's go over and we take a look at the world markets. Last night, actually, I want to go to the Nikkei first. Why the Nikkei? Because you had the yen start to give it up today. The yen Nikkei last night was down $97. You're trading at a 20,098, and that's going to have to get under 19,900 to get in the lower range. But if we do go look at the yen, what you're going to see is that the yen got right up to its last swing point. The last swing point being out here from May 10th. That's 114.37 yen, so 114 yen to 1 US dollar. That was on May 10th. It got strong. It went down to 109. That was the last low on June 14th. Now, since June 14th, as the yen gets weaker, the gold market also gets weaker. So what had happened? Pretty amazing. When you look at these large consolidations, folks, it's always crazy that it's like, okay, so it comes up to the consolidation. Why should the consolidation be so important? I mean, I've been doing this forever, but I always think of that. I say, why? But it is. Bottom line, these swing points are crucial. They're huge. Guess what? It gets up there yesterday. It breaks it intraday, goes 114.49. The swing point was 114.37 and gives it up. Closes out at 113.94. Today, you get down to 112.93, and there's some juice on the way down today. So it's going to be intriguing tonight watching this. Now, that being said, what that should do, that should bring the Nikkei lower tonight. If we get the Nikkei lower tonight, we get over to the gold market. What you're going to see inside the gold market, the correlation's pretty direct. In fact, it's so direct, it's amazing, actually, because you can see, when I just bring up gold, as the yen made a high on Monday, the gold contract made a low. As the yen gets stronger, gold gets stronger. It's pretty wild, man. So bottom line, right now the way gold's set up, we're 12.19. Gold's set up to make a run now for 12.98. That's how this whole thing is shaking out. Let's go back to the Nikkei for a second, because if that's the case, the Nikkei has been in a consolidation. Now, the bottom of the consolidation on the Nikkei is 19,449. And so that's 600 points lower than where we are. So tonight's going to be a big night, man. I mean, because what the Nikkei had done is that, it broke topside on June 2nd, and, it's in a higher range. The Nikkei has to get back inside 18,200 to get in a lower range. We'll see if that happens or not. The FTSE, we go over to the FTSE, and we'll see how this Brexit's going. FTSE today caught a bid, was up $87. You're at 74.16. Bring this back a bit. Yeah, it's at highs, bottom. Yeah, anything over 69.50. This is pretty wild, actually. Yeah, this is at all-time highs also. This is kind of consolidation. This is pretty wild. So the 69.50, this is going to be a great one to watch, folks. The reason being is this. The FTSE has been in this consolidation since 1999. And it was a big consolidation. The FTSE had gone from 6,900 and, the first downdraft to 2,000, and went down to 3,200. So talk about going down two-thirds. 2007, it almost made it back to 6,700 versus 69. Comes right back down to 3,400. The low in 2003 was 32. The low in 2007 was 34. And guess what? Now we're at all-time highs. The reason this is so important is that you're not that far over these highs. And if that comes back inside it, then it's like, oh, man, that's a false break topside. You could have some damage on the downside. We take a look at the DAX. The DAX in Germany, that was up $1.89 today, trading at highs also. And the DAX is set up just like the composite, NDX 100. It's pretty intriguing, actually. This is definitely at all-time highs. We're at 12,626. If you stay over 12,390, you're in the higher range. That's the way that thing shakes out. Let me put this in here for a second. Put some volume behind it. See what she looks like. Yeah, they're all up on no volume. Pretty amazing, actually. Now, bonds. Let's go over to the bond market. So bonds have been a one-way trade for about 3 weeks. Actually, 2 weeks, I think. No, 3 weeks. So The last time the 30-year topped out was on June 21st. Well, 3 weeks. We take this and you put this on a continuous contract. What you're going to see is that, yeah, that was just the last top out. The top out actually in bonds was 177, which was in, a year ago. Okay, so it's a year ago. So what you have here is this. Now, this is where this is going to get really intriguing. We broke out, and we broke out in the bond market. We broke out in March of 2015. Well, the specific breakout is that you got above 153.11. Okay, so we talk about this a lot. You get a breakout. If you can't handle it, it comes back down. You get a false break topside. And the bonds situation, that wasn't a false break because the reality is that you were outside of that for 2 years. That's a breakout period. You know, we went from 153 up to, 170. I think it's 170. Yeah, 177. Now, that being said, what ends up happening is this. What ended up happening is that you came back inside the range, the lower range, that is. Now what has happened is that it hasn't rejected it yet, but it's right next to it. Today we went up 26 ticks. If we go up 26 ticks tomorrow, well, you actually only need 5. We need 17 ticks to go back in the larger range. And the way this is set up, it looks like it wants to do it. If in fact we do that, bottom line, you are going to see some fast movement. And more than likely, we talked a little bit earlier in the last hour about, here, I'll read this for you. There was a bond trader today, folks, that put on a $10 million volatility strangle. And this volatility strangle does expire a week from this Friday. This is very unusual. And what the trader is looking for is volatility either way. It doesn't have to just mean it's going up. It can blast up or blast down on a strangle, and he's going to make some money. On Tuesday, someone pointed up $10 million to buy out-of-the-money put and call options simultaneously in the 10-year Treasury, and what is known as a strangle. So bottom line, that is some monster money, and all out of the money, by the way, because so that'd be $10 million down the drain if he doesn't get movement. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Some of the higher volume stocks out here today. You had GE was up 20 cents. NRG Energy was up. That's the takeover Canada. That was up 4.79. You had Ford up 9. Twitter was up 61. Nvidia, that's a move right here. That was up 6.63. If we take a look at Nvidia now, this has been one heck of a equity. This is going right after its highs again now. When it came out with numbers, it traded up to 168 and then went one way. Actually, that wasn't the numbers. That was the 9th. That was, yeah, I think it was the numbers. It was actually the numbers. The 8th. No, it wouldn't have been the numbers. But NVIDIA was one of the culprits that started the downdraft on the 9th of June. That little baby, you talk about price spread, it had it the big way. This equity from 2015 it was 19 bucks. Now it looks like it's going to go test that high volume day of 168.50. It's not going to be hard to do. It was up $6.50 today. We go over and take a look at the biotechs. Biotechs out here were up $2 today, 314. They also look like they had big sign of strength June 18th through the 22nd. You pull back with light volume. Bottom line looks like that baby wants to get tested up at the high again, which is the 323. Let's go take a look at a few of them. We got Regeneron. Yeah, this wants to test it. It was up $4.99 today. That wants to test its high of $5.43. We go take a look at Biogen. That was up $3.32, trading $2.75. That looks like it also wants to test the $2.84 level. Let's go take a look. Actually, we'll see what the new weighting structure is inside here. So Celgene is the 8% weighting structure inside the IBB. Amgen's 8, Biogen's 8, Gilead is 7.8. So if we go over to Amgen couldn't hold price today. It's at 173. Mylan is at 38. Now, if we take a look at Mylan, this baby is still in quite a downtrend. It's pretty amazing, actually. So Mylan, this thing went from $76. You're at 38 right now. This was all about the EpiPen. That's what started it on the way down. Bottom line, it can't handle price. Now, you have a wipeout situation going all the way back to 2013. Anyone that bought the stock, there's not much holding this thing up. Probably down to another $15, $23. That's where it looks like that baby wants to go. We go to the top holding, top weighting structure, which would be Celgene. Celgene's 133.56. Yeah, look at this, man. Celgene wants higher price. Put this on a monthly. Yeah, Celgene's going after its high. So the high in Celgene, July of 2015, 2 years ago, 140. 140's game. It had some good volume last month. Last month we did 109 million, and you're going into 120. That's not bad as you're coming up into those highs, and you had the volume not higher, but it is pushing with volume. That's what you always like to see. If you can get an equity that's pushing with volume, as it comes into that, your probability is pretty good that, number one, it will get into it, and then you're going to figure out, once you get into it, can it blow it away. Prime Day yesterday, Amazon, they did it, man. They took in $1 billion, folks, in sales. $1 billion in one day. And right now they're running, numbers-wise, they're running $38 billion every 90 days. But yesterday, big monster day inside Amazon, no doubt. The XLK. So XLK, this is the Technology Select. This has been the high flyer inside the NDX 100. Bottom line, we'll see how this shakes out, but it looks like we're up 72 cents today. You're at 56.25, and yes, it does look like 56.72 wants to get tested. We had an expansion of volume out here today. That pretty decent expansion of volume. It's coming into a vicious downdraft for 35 million. We'll see whether it can handle it. Microsoft, which is one of the large weighting structures inside that XLK, that was up $1.16. Facebook has a new high. Facebook broke out today. So Facebook is going to really start putting some juice inside the NDX 100, because this looks like a valid break too, folks. You get some juice behind us. Not an ABC up because of June 9th. June 9th we went down with 35 million shares. We took that out today with 22 million, but that's a good break topside. Just the A to B equals C to D, not an ABC structure would get you, let's see, approximately $13, 44.54. Well, it's actually, this is interesting. So, this gets interesting when this happens. So what happened here is this. When you do an A to B equals C to D in this, we are actually right there. The reason being is that in the pullback on the 9th and on the 10th, it pulled back so dramatically. We went from 155 down to 144. So when you actually, add on the expansion that we did on the A leg, bottom line is that you only come out at approximately 158 to 160. So we'll see where that does shake out. But there's no doubt. Let me see when they're coming out with numbers. So Facebook comes out with numbers on the 26th. Banks are coming out next week. Let's go to a couple of the, actually one of the iron ore equities. This is Valley. It's trading $9.31. And bottom line, this is off the lows. Now, what this is going to try to do, it's going to try to get into its next range. The next range, well, I actually did it today. Pretty cool. The next range is 927. You're at 931. Put this on a weekly for a second. Yeah, this is a decent setup, man. This wants to go after its high, 1078. 1078 to 1149. And this is going to be all about iron ore. So let's bring iron ore up. So iron ore right now is $487 a ton. Now, if you want to see something that's crazy, right? 6 months ago, iron ore was $685 a ton. It went down to $412. Wow. You talk about a volatile commodity. Holy cow. I have this up. Well, I'll put this up at a 5-year weekly. On a 5-year weekly, I got to go IO. Here, on a 5-year weekly, let's see. 5 years ago, it was at 357. At the beginning of 2017, it was at 685. Well, more than likely, it's going to start grinding back higher. You stay right there, folks. We come right back. Dow Industrials finished up $1.23. NASDAQ up 67. S&P's up 17. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And we're going to be looking far out here tonight. If we go back over to that yen, we start talking the metals market, folks. Yen intraday out here, bottom line, 8:30 this morning. That's when Janet Yellen's testimony got released. That's when the yen went from 113.73 down to 113.20. Fast move all the way down. We're still at 113.20, and I expect what you're going to see is that this yen will get active tonight. Pretty cool move out here today. The next move where it should gather some support would be down at about the 112.42. You break the 112.42, then you get game down very well close to 110. If we go up, let's go. I want to take a look at the TSX in Canada today. The reason being is that the Canadian dollar, folks, got really strong today. That killed this. This is interesting. So the TSX last 6 months has gone down 800 points. We went from a price point of 15,900 to 15,143. Let's go to Nick in Oklahoma. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Oh, not much. Thanks for taking my call. A real quick question about CIE.
Okay, Cobalt International Energy. It's oil-focused exploration production company. in the waters of Gulf of Mexico and West Africa. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so they just start taking in money. They take in $9 million a quarter right now. Oh boy.
Right.
So
they are.
So were you looking to buy this? Yes.
No, I'm holding from a little earlier.
I see.
Are now on the brink of bankruptcy, and now maybe getting better. I'm not sure what oil price would help them, but I was wondering if they have any prospects, if I need to hold them.
You know, the way this stock is trading, let me just see something. I mean, it's saying that they're going to take in. I don't. You'd have to look at their balance sheet as to, you know, do they have any money. Chart-wise, you know, yeah, you don't want to be close to this thing. I mean, I can see, you know, this is pretty amazing. It was a one-way trip from $547 down to $2, right?
Right. They had some reverse splits. Yeah, they keep doing that, and they had a few legal issues and battles. Now looks like finally things are calming down, but yeah.
Well, if you hold, you're at 229. You'd love to see. I can see. I mean, the big dump. Well, it was the dump quite a while, but 236 would be a number. You know, if it could get back inside that, you know, might get some hope. But bottom line is that 236
is the cutoff. Okay.
Yeah, and where that is, Nick, is that was the week that there was astronomical selling. That was the low of that selling. You would dip below it. So normally what ends up happening is that if you can get above where all that selling taking place, then, you know, you might have a chance of, bottom line is that, you know, it can survive. What I would absolutely do, though, is pull up the balance sheet and just see how much they are losing.
Sounds reasonable. They have 260% short position. I'm not sure how that's possible, but that's kind of one of the things.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Some people really hate it. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. Actually, come over to our website at TFNN. Sign up for John's webinar. It's going to get going in a minute. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking right back here at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock. Go get them, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.